Welcome to the Anger Dome. So, last time we cleared out levels 13, 14, 15, and 16 of the Tenebrious Depths. And then we spent, I think, about half of the stream trying to fight the spawn of Rovagug. And proceeded to get our butt kicked. So that's what we're doing today. I'm thinking the entire stream is going to be spent trying to kill this bastard of a boss. Yeah, let's get to it. I did look some strategies online, and there seems to be two prevailing strategies. One is to get Jubilist and to basically keep throwing holy grenades at him, and then the other one is to the other strategy, which is the one that we're going to try, is to basically put down a bunch of continuous damaging spells so that we I need to not do that one. So that we can counteract his 20 health regeneration and put down some death wards, because I guess he does negative energy, so that's going to cancel that out.
Share your troubles.
And yeah, stuff like that. So let's try it. Mass healing will probably be good. Unholy Aura. Each warded creature gains a +4 deflection bonus to AC, +4 resistance bonus on saves. All allies within a 20-foot. The problem with this is he's going to mass dispel. Warded creatures gain spell resistance 20 against good spells and spells cast by good creatures, which is not great. It's kind of weird. You would think we would have Holy Aura, which I assume would be evil spells and stuff. Enemy creatures within the area take 1d6 of electrical damage to a maximum of 20d8 and are stunned for 1 round. Successful fortitude save halves the damage and negates the stun effect. He's going to have a lot of that. Shield of Law. Since the rift extends into the abyss, does not displace the original underlying material in the life. Yeah. Any large or smaller creature standing in the area where you first conjured the rift must make a reflex saving throw to jump safely to the next open space. I think this guy is probably like gargantuan. In addition, the edges of the rift are sloped, and any creature ending its turn on a square adjacent to the rift must make a reflex saving throw with a +2 bonus to avoid falling into it. That's probably what happened when Tristan fell into it on the fight with the master, or whatever his name was, last time. The boss on level 16. Creatures subject to an effect intended to push them into the rift do not get a saving throw to avoid falling in and are affected by the pushing effect. The walls of the rift are covered with razor-sharp blades, while the floor is seized with boiling pools of acid, strange chewing venom, withering shards of ice, and all manner of other chaotic and deadly manifestations of the abyss. Creature that falls into the rift takes 66 points of falling damage. Any creature in the rift, starting on the round it enters, takes an additional 66 damage from the rift's Evrons. Even if the creature is merely climbing or flying within the rift rather than standing on the bottom, additional damage changes from round to round and is randomly selected from acid, bludgeoning, cold, electricity, fire, piercing, slashing, and sonic. This might not work, because when I was looking up strategies, I noticed he had I completely cheated and looked at the guy's stats. Guy's got 1500 health. Like, holy crap. Didn't actually look at his AC or anything. Should have done that. But he has, I think it's 15 physical resistance. So, like, piercing, slashing, bludgeoning. And 20 energy resistance. So, cold, electricity, fire, acid, and all that. Each round, the creature in the rush can attempt a reflex save to make half damage that round. To climb the rift wall, a creature needs to successful athletics or mobility check with a DC of 35. Which I think he can do. When the spell duration ends, the rift stabs shut, violently expelling all creatures still within. These creatures take double damage from the rift environs that round and are knocked prone as they return to the surface above. 1 round plus 1 round per level. I don't think this is going to do great, but we can maybe do that. Death Clutch was mentioned a couple of times. Chanting an unholy litany, you reach out with a grasping motion towards your target and cause its heart to leap out of its chest into your hand. Target with 200 or fewer hit points dies. Target with 201 that fails its saving throw. It's affected by the spell resistance, so the guy has stupid high spell resistance. Staggered for a minute, which I think lowers his DC. Takes 1d4 points of Constitution drain and 1d4 points of Constitution bleed. Regardless of the current hit points, if the target succeeds its Fortitude save, it's still staggered for 1 round. So we could maybe try that. Spell resistance makes me a little worried. But if we do succeed and manage to do Constitution drain, it's going to lower his health. So that will be huge. Subject gains +8 resistance bonus and saving throws against spells and spell-like abilities. Ooh, Diamond Dust. Oh, Holy Ore, right there. That might be pretty good. And a 20-foot burst. Evil creature succeeds a melee attack against a creature. Which I think he kind of does. It's that slice thing. The offending attacker is blinded. Fortitude save negates. But against the Holy Aura's save DC. I don't know what that means. What is your save DC? We'll give it a shot. I can't say that word. Causes all targets within range to fault or affected creatures are stunned for 1 round and staggered for the remainder of the turn. Which makes its will save is staggered for the first round and acts normally thereafter. Surrounded by a glowing red aura of vengeful fate. Once per round, when the target makes an attack or casts a spell, must succeed a Fortitude saving throw, DC 10 plus 9 plus Wisdom, so it's about 24. The target fails its saving throw, it takes 1d6 plus your Wisdom modifiers and electricity damage. That might be okay, because that is once per round when he makes an attack. Okay, so it's not great, but it does do damage over time. Spell instantly delivers 10 points of damage per caster level, 180 damage. The target's Fortitude save succeeds, instead takes 10d6 points of damage. World of Chaos. Creatures hit dice is up to your caster level twice when it is stunned. So nothing happens if it's fast. Okay, so that's going to be useless. Channel the power of good and law into the target, temporarily giving it power similar to that of a paladin. Target gains immunity to diseases and immunity to fear. Adds its charisma bonus to all saving throws. Has no effect on a paladin target. Okay, so the only good thing about that is increases your saving throw. But the only one that's got decent charisma is Lindsay. Okay, so this... I don't... 2 diamonds for resurrection. Wow. Okay, so for this we might want to use... 1 friendly creature within any range. That might be what we need. Let's go with a bunch of resurrections. Oh, we can't on that one. Alright. Joyful Rapture. Nope. Banishment spell is more proper. Spell forces an extraplanar creature back to its proper if it succeeds. Plague Storm. This, I think, was another one that was mentioned. Create a hideous gray cloud similar to fog cloud that occasionally crackles with foul smell and bolts of sickly green lightning. Creatures in the area must save or contract one of the following diseases, which I don't think affects us, because we are immune now? Immune to poison. Yeah. Disease is contracted immediately. An instantaneous effect. Victim also takes -2 penalty on saving throws against diseases. Unlike Fog Cloud, Plague Storm moves away from you at 10 feet per round, rolling along the surface of the ground. Additional fortitude. Okay, well, that doesn't seem super great. Well, I guess maybe. If it can stay in there, this could add up. So possibly. Dispel we don't need. Blade Barrier. A minute a level. That could be big. I think maybe we'll do Blade Barrier. Vine Stroke, when the spell is cast, subject becomes paralyzed and entangled, so it negates this paralysis. Each following round, the subject may attempt a new saving throw. Subject takes 2d4 points of piercing damage each turn from sharp thorns. Damage is considered to be cold iron. Yeah, so that's nothing. At best, we could do 8 damage, and I think he's got like 15 damage reduction. Target's constricted as if by the coils of a large snake, taking 1d6 plus 6 points of bludgeoning damage each round that it fails its save. Successful save ends the paralyzing and the constriction effects. Ability damage, blinded, confused. And it cures. Okay, that might be huge. Oh, it's a personal though. Okay, Death Ward, I think, will... Restoration we don't need to worry about. People will try Death Ward. But I think he's gonna, like... dispel it. Poison deals 1d3 constitution damage per round for 6 rounds. Poison creatures can make a fortitude save each to get the damage and end the affliction. Contagion. Then touch range. Blindness might be okay. Fortitude negates it. If we can blind him, that's going to seriously reduce his AC. Poison we don't need to worry about. Maybe blindness. And then maybe keep the prayers just so that we have a better chance to hit. It's only a +1. Not great. Both take -1, which is something's better than nothing, I guess. Paralysis isn't the issue. Poison's not an issue. Bull strength could be good. A couple extra damage. I mean, like, we add it to me. I get 8 attacks, 2 extra damage. If they all hit, it's 16 extra damage, which isn't much when we're talking about 1,500. +2 morale on all saving throws against fear effects. Protection from evil. +2 deflection bonus to AC, +2 resistance bonus to saves. Evil creatures. Yeah, we can maybe do that. /34 burst centered on the caster. Yeah. Unbreakable Heart, I think, is good. +4 morale bonus against mind-affecting effects that rely on negative emotions. that would force them to harm an ally. Target is already under such an effect when receiving the spell. The effect is suppressed for the duration of the spell. 1 round, a level. 16 rounds. Yeah, okay. We can cast that as needed within close range. Fear we don't need. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I will load up on that. The dispel and all that. Although I would think if the dispel would take out the confusion too. Alright, save. Before or hang on. Damage over time spells. Holy crap, that was 20 minutes of just going through spells. Wow.
The path is clear.
And we can't skip this. Alright. Save it once when we're in here.
Tread lightly.
Okay. So,
I wrote it like I saw it.
I know a lot of this stuff is going to get stripped, but we're going to do it anyway.
How may I help?
What is your max right here? Cure critical wounds max. 30 for a burst centered on target point within close range. This just seems like the better one. No, not yet.
Stagioni Savitur. Stagioni Savitur. Stagioni Savitur. Stagioni Savitur.
Guess Lizzie's gonna be the odd one out.
Savitur. Ona ad
Dayan.
Oh, okay, that's okay. So then let's put
Adventures call to them.
We should prepare. Let us be careful.
Done with waiting.
kind of try to spread out our
What troubles you?
guys.
I thought you'd never ask.
Something bothering you?
So many buffs. I can't keep it straight. My brain is fried today. I think that was it. Okay.
What's taking so long?
I'm listening.
To victory!
31 is not a whole lot. We're not close.
Avronda Rapidor!
They have anything really good for you? I think it's just damage right now because you got
Serves you right.
lower AC. Right.
Let us strike as one!
Oh, right. Amari's probably still using her power attack. Oh, come on! You of all people!
You deserved it.
A solid ground.
Cool, natural one. Yeah, cool. We're just gonna hit twice.
Enough water!
That's not gonna work with Tristan of all people being confused.
I'll go ahead.
Anything is possible.
Right here, my friend.
Ragioni Savitur! Ragioni Savitur! Ragioni Savitur! Ragioni Savitur! Ragioni Savitur!
Adventures call to them.
How may I help?
What troubles you?
Confide in me.
Lindsay the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious? Something more simple, like Lindsay the Great? Maybe Lindsay the
We
Indecisive.
should prepare.
What you want?
I'm no simple arsonist. What I do is art.
I'm listening.
The road awaits.
Something bothering you?
Una Adayana! Ragioni Savitur!
To victory!
Did it work? Fails to overcome spell resistance. Yeah, we need a 17 or higher. So that's not gonna happen. Oh, it's a surprise round. Balls. Seriously? It's a straight line. Why can I not fucking charge?
Serves you right.
Any creature passing through the wall. So this isn't going to continuously damage him then.
Let us strike as one.
Oh my god.
A solid plan.
Tear them apart!
Cool! 2 natural ones and then a 2. I want to throw my computer out the window. This is so ridiculous.
You deserved it.
Yeah, so he has to move.
A miserable last chapter.
Cool. So he did 130 over. He did 150 damage to Lindsay through her mirror. This is such a stupid fight. I don't even know if I want to try this again.
Do not falter!
I mean, hell.
Forward.
He needs to roll a 1, but you never know. Cool! 2 and a 1. Yeah! Cool game!
They go down!
Another 2! Don't think that affected me. Oh cool, just in time for him to dispel it.
Chapter.
Onwards!
Like, I can't hit this guy.
Aim carefully.
Cool, so we're just not going to cast the spell. Okay. Don't know why we moved up and then we just stopped trying.
Sunflower, grant me strength.
Stay behind me! Ah!
Attack!
Okay, not bad. 5 out of 7 hit.
Bring it!
Magritium Turinos!
Okay, that's not bad. We got him down to like half. And considering this is doing nothing, that's
Let us strike
not
as
bad actually.
A solid plan.
What did we do? We made him fatigued. And stunned. Oh my god, did he feel everything?
tear them apart!
Holy crap, tack there, Batman. We've got a chance.
Dashani Savitur!
No resistance, I'm guessing. Damn it!
Do not falter!
Oh, it's still 7 to hit. Oh, we screwed ourselves. We would have hit him twice. Oh, I thought it was a 2 to hit like everybody else.
Forwards!
They go down!
I don't think we can res Lindsay because she like teleported away. Oh, well, we had all of our eggs in that one basket of the of the belt thing.
Aborone Sentes!
Protect me!
That's problematic. Oh, I clicked on the... I'm so pissed.
Onwards!
carefully.
Oh, we could have been doing extra damage. He's almost done. Hey, Kenora, we need you to attack the correct person this time.
Stay behind me.
Natural 1 and a 2.
Attack!
Oh no, she got... No! Does him turning around count as him moving? Oh, we got so close. If that stupid spell that I cast with Tristan actually did damage, we would have had him. Oh, I'm so angry, sad, confused. So many emotions. Ah! Okay, healing, yes. But not the cold damage. This actually might be good. That could be good. Holy Aura. You really don't have much to attack with. Try Plague Storm. Yeah, because this Blade Barrier only works if they're moving. I thought it just kept going. Yeah, passing through the wall. Yeah, okay, so maybe we'll try this Plague Storm. Personal. Spell grants target +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear. Yeah, okay. Held immobile by blowing chains. Target's paralyzed and held in place. Nope. Yeah, you don't really have any damage over time stuff. See, this is confusing. This is a personal spell. So how can you clear confused on yourself if I don't have control over you? Okay, we got you. What's the range on this within close range? Okay, so I guess that's the only real change then. Oh, I feel like sneezing. Excuse me, there we go. Oh, man. Okay, positive thoughts. We got really close on that one.
Done with waiting.
Because I'm going to forget. Okay, so it looks like that weird sucking in attack that he has. It gets negated by the death ward, and he gets healed. Oh yeah, right. He heals like twice the damage he deals or something. So that death ward is huge because that really slows his healing down. Alright, so again, save it.
The path is clear.
Just letting the ink dry.
I'm listening.
Johnny Savitur.
I think maybe I should up this just so that
Savitur.
Lindsay can get one.
Savitur. Johnny Savitur. Johnny
And then he doesn't heal. Okay, and then
Ona Adayana.
Adventures call to them.
Confide in me.
which one did you have? You had another one that we wanted to use. Didn't you? Oh yeah, right here.
Anything is possible.
The road awaits.
Here I am. See?
Command me.
What troubles you? And so they walked on.
How may I help?
We should prepare.
What's taking so long?
I wrote it like I saw it.
Please, do tell.
To victory!
This spell eludes me. A solid
That really
plan.
pisses me off because that's a lot of attacks that we missed out on. Okay, apparently we didn't move even though I clicked, so that's awesome.
easy.
That is a big area.
Forwards!
Tear them apart!
Serves you right.
Something's better than nothing.
Let us strike as one!
Why did he heal 40? Really? Oh, I choose. Okay, I thought it was randomly applied. Strength, Constitution is probably the one we want to go for. Yeah, okay, so Euponic Plague.
Bashani Savitur!
Doesn't surprise me. Kinda hoping for a nat 1 on his roll.
Aim carefully.
3 attacks hit.
They go down! Do not falter!
Sunflower, grant me strength.
Agrizio Durinos!
Attack!
Gotta hit more often. Dude, that lasts for a time, right? One round, a level.
You deserved it.
Onwards!
I guess I should. Maybe I tried prayer.
A solid plan.
That one round where we managed to like stun him did a lot. Because that Lord is AC and we were able to smack him.
Bring it!
Any last wishes?
Okay, apparently you're confused. How did you take so much damage? I think at this point we're pretty much beholden to random generation. Like we need to roll good rolls.
The road awaits.
Just letting the ink dry.
What's taking so long?
To victory!
Thinking maybe I should have Valerie over here. Because if she can't charge, then we miss one attack, which sucks, but it's not a big deal. But otherwise, I'm missing a bunch of attacks there.
I am yours to command.
I am ready.
What troubles you?
I am your shield.
What's taking so long?
And Lindsay was called forth.
I'm glad you called.
Alright, let's try this. Miss. Nope. Just gonna cheat. Reload. Not gonna accept that.
I'm glad you called.
Right at the beginning, so we can do that.
Can you make an epic of inspiration?
45 isn't a whole lot.
Serves you right.
Kind of hoping for a crit on that, basically. Oh, I should have keyed. No, we're still early enough. I should have used a key point for a Fury Blows to get an extra attack. I mean, we needed 2 to hit him. We were not going to get that good of a chance ever
I
again
shall
in
not
this fight.
fail.
Here I am. See.
Can you make an epic of inspiration?
Let us strike as one!
Serves you right.
That's that you're covered. Okay. Apparently valid. Okay. Cool. Everyone's just gonna get confused on that, apparently.
What's taking so long?
I shall not fail.
Done with waiting.
Right here, my friend.
Such a big area.
Sashani Savitur!
Enemy near.
Yeah. Decent roll though. Not nearly high enough.
Serves you right.
Let us strike as one.
Nice.
My skills exceed yours.
Damn. There's a good crit in there though. Cool, I think you guys got angerfied.
You deserved it.
Cool, natural one. Well, I guess it's a 19 to hit, so it doesn't really matter.
Aporan Sentes.
Tear them apart!
3 to hit? Damn, we should have left it on.
A solid plan.
Any last wishes?
Why can I not cast spells? Oh, because you're raged.
They go down!
Forwards!
He attacked twice?
This is where I step in.
Because you're still freaking... Still raged. Natural one hurt me a lot. I guess I'm not going to trip you, so I can probably do that to get a little bit more damage.
Aim carefully.
Natural one again. Cool, cool. I mean, we're doing good damage. Really sucks that only 2 or maybe 3 attacks hit out of like 8.
Serves you right.
Do not falter.
Oh, come on, Valor. Yeah, okay. And you're probably still raged for another round.
Bring it.
Big numbers.
Attack.
Okay, okay. Positive thoughts, positive thoughts. Oh, Lindsay's gone. Joke's on you! You just killed the only person that would have healed you. I really hope that ring of hers isn't a one-time use. And we missed every fucking attack. Really? Screw it. Oh, really? You're down 100, you're down 120. You win just by... Oh, actually, maybe... Okay, big numbers.
A solid plan.
Yeah! Save! Okay, really? So the only thing that was really kind of screwing us last time was, one, we didn't have our guys spread out enough. So that when he did that one attack, like, here, it wasn't attacking, like, everyone in that area. And the Death Ward helped a lot, because it stopped him from healing a lot. Really? All of that? And we barely got, like, a... That sucks. Okay, I'm actually a little surprised. The strategy guides, quote-unquote, that I was looking at online was saying that there would have been an interloper. And I'll leave it at that, because I don't want to spoil it. And that did not happen. Interesting enough. Heavy mace, belt, and a ring. Oh, we can't identify because we don't have Lindsay with us.
Stay behind me!
A shell of a monstrous egg that seems to consist entirely of hardened madness.
I'll go ahead.
Okay, I really hope that ring of Lindsay's isn't a one-time use. I'm assuming she teleports back to the city. I actually don't know where she goes. Okay, yeah, once you kind of figure out those two things, that was much easier. We still relied a lot on random generation, which I don't like, but... Sorry, taking a drink of water. But we got it. These labyrinths. I started to think they'd never end, but in the end we triumph, as always. Farewell, spawn of the beast. You will poison the earth beneath our feet no more. We won. The monster is defeated. So why do I feel that our victory is not complete? I am filled with doubt. Something is wrong. I fear that the danger has not yet passed. We have postponed the awakening of the monster for centuries, perhaps thousands of years. But I feel its life pulsing in the decrepit depths. The egg still lives. The larva of another nightmare will someday be born. You have accomplished a great feat. I bow to you. Now turn away from this kingdom of darkness and return home. The peace that you have won will last for many generations. I will remain here. My duty is not yet fulfilled. My vigil will continue. I ask a great sacrifice. No one will dare judge you if you turn around and leave. That doesn't make sense. We just did it. There is nothing new in the kingdom. Why was there an exclamation mark? Why do you lie? Shrike Hills, I think it was? Tuskdale? Yeah. To the main square. Well, I mean, like, overall, I guess it was kind of worth it. Because we did get about, like, 80% of a level out of that. And then we'll have to see what these final items are. Hopefully they're really good. But I was definitely expecting, like, a level and a half, 2 levels out of that. I'm a little disappointed. Okay, so that we want to keep. Give that to Amiri. I think we can sell that now. Light mace plus 5. I don't know if anyone uses that. Malevolent Scream. Heavy mace. This plus 5 thundering heavy mace lands a hit. When it hits, it gives the target vulnerability to sound. Multiple applications of this effect does not stack. Neutralizer. When this plus 4 composite shortbow lands a hit, it grants the target damage reduction 10 melee. It also inflicts a minus 4 penalty to AC against melee attacks, and every melee attack deals an additional 4 damage to it. Oh my. We might want to hold on to that for right now. Oh, picked up a chain shirt. That was not worth it. Added armor plus 4. We'll hold on to that. Studded we'll hold on to. Greater Ring of Ultimate Protection. This ring grants its wearer plus 5 resistance bonus to all saving throws, plus 5 deflection bonus to AC, spell resistance 24, and damage reduction 2. Holy shit. I'll still hold on to that. We still haven't really found a good use for it. I haven't really found anyone that does cold damage. Hold on to that. Belt of Perfect Components. This belt makes first and second level spells cast by its wearer empowered and extended. Kind of neat. Hold on to those for now. Sell that. Sell that. Red Dragon Scale Helmet. This helmet grants its wielder fire resistance 15 and plus 6 enchantment bonus to intelligence ability score. Oh. Okay, we'll hold on to that. Plus 3 we'll hold on to for Kaleki. Same thing with this plus 4. Cooking ingredients. so much stuff. Damn, that is the most we have made, and we still holding on to some stuff. Okay, so give that to you. Lindsay, you still have a ring. Perfect. So you can keep using it. So this does less damage. But wait, when this +4 composite shortbow lands a hit, it grants the target damage reduction 10 melee. It also inflicts -4 penalty AC against melee attacks. Every melee attack deals 4 additional. That doesn't make sense. So if I'm attacking for illustration purposes, say I shoot me. Oh yeah, I forgot about these things. Then me gets damage reduction 10. And it becomes easier to hit them. And I do 4 extra damage to it, but with damage reduction 10, it's really just a damage reduction 6. Oh wait, melee does damage. Okay, so when I hit it, melee does... Okay, I see. I don't know if I like that. I do have a few melee guys. I think I'm going to sell it. Then you're a +3. Oh yeah, you get the extra performances a day. So I think we'll sell that. And then you can replace your +5 with this. Six Constitution. This is 6 Strength and Dexterity. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. 6 to Dexterity, which is nice because it increases your damage, I think, right? Nope, just your chance to hit. Give that to you. Dexterity and Constitution. That's everything. Oh, that gets rid of your strength. Okay, no. Not good. intelligence, I think, is you. Oh, but that gives you more damage. Nah. Okay. Damn. Wow, we blew past the 2 million mark. Very nice. Alright, let's level up everybody else while we're in town. You're getting a feat, Superior Summoning. Each time you cast a summoning spell that conjures more than one creature, add 1 to the total number of creatures summoned. Cool. Summon creature 8 and Sunburst. Greater weapon focus. Get additional +1 to hit. Arcane weapon +5. Dragon. Oh, we got a few things here. Meta magic quicken spell and Dragonkind 3. Slow and transformation. You get nothing on class. Improved critical touch. Interesting. Didn't know you could get that. Overwhelming presence, energy drain, mass heal, polar midnight, summon monster 9. Jubilist. You're getting extra bombs. Throw 4 additional bombs a day. Your bombs increase in damage. And you get legendary proportion spell. Knock Knock is getting critical focus. +4 to confirm hits. Sneak attack goes up. Econ. Hammer the Gap. You repeatedly strike the same location, causing increased amounts of damage. When you make a full attack, each consecutive hit against the same opponent deals extra damage equal to the number of previous consecutive hits you made against the opponent this turn. Damage is multiplied on a critical hit. Cool. And that's everybody. Spend some time together. And we got a lot of almost completed completed items here. Oh, what the hell? Where did this stuff come from? Ruin. Whenever this +5 quarterstaff lands a hit, it deals an additional 2d6 force damage. The wielder is lawful, grants them +6 bonus on concentration checks. Tangled Claws. This +4 Fey Bane Star Knife lands a hit, it has a chance to entangle the target. +5. That's another one of those. What the hell? That's a Ring of Ultimate. yeah, I was gonna buy more diamond dust. I never did find who to sell these things to. Immunity to confusion and fear. It's 6 attacks now. Freedom from. I think I'll give that to you. Wait, that's not the one that I wanted to replace. What the fuck? Does nothing. Any other items that somehow got into here? Oh, okay, what's my staff? Current one does a lot more damage. I don't think this... That does... My currently equipped one does 1d6 fire damage, which is added to this damage. The one I'm looking at does 2d6 force damage, so it does more damage, but it's not included in the damage. That's weird. Alright, let's sell that stuff real quick then. And then also buy some diamonds and diamond dust because we can. So for fun, just buy everything. It's an extra 150 pounds. Why not? Screw it. Okay, the wands I think I can sell. I ain't doing nothing with them. God damn, stupid auto-scrolling crap. Stop it! Man, this game has issues. I can't... I mean, really, that's a minor issue. That is annoying as fuck. Let's grab all the potions. Jeez. That added a lot of weight. And let's go sell a bunch of potions then. Adds 1d6 damage to a weapon. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. Sure. It is +2 temporary enchantment bonus to a chosen weapon. I don't know if that adds +2. It's only 180 or 87, so I'm gonna say it makes it a +2. Potion of A, I don't think we need. Potion of bark skin, sure. Okay, apparently we got different ones. Caster level 9 versus 3. I'll just get rid of them. Bear's endurance, nah. Potion of blur, we'll get rid of 11. Or we'll keep 6, one for each guy. We got 17, so yeah, 11. Full strength, nah. That's grace, nah. Light wounds, nah. Hold on to that for now. That might be a little bit much. Displacement, we'll hold on to 8 of them. That's a higher level one. Yeah, we'll just sell it. Eagle Splendor, nah. Large person, nah. Nor's difficult terrain, nah. Fox cunning, nah. Great invisibility, sure. Heroism, no. Visibility, nah. Mage armor, nah. Protection from acid, no, we got spells for that. +8 resistance bonus on saving throws against spell and spell-like abilities. Yeah, okay. Fuse person, nah. Remove blindness, no. Curse, no. Lesser restoration, nah. You got a bunch of diamonds and diamond dust, then we have the spell, so. Becomes invisible for a short time. Okay, we should look through our scrolls. Plus 3 perception checks, plus 1 ranged attacks, critical multiplier increases. Nah. The spell frees the victim from enchantments, transmutions, and curses. Sure. Cast this weapon, a melee weapon, on your primary hand. You imbue it with a holy energy, granting your primary weapon the Bane weapon quality against evil outsiders. Furthermore, when you score a successful critical hit against the outsider with this evil subtype, you not only deal normal critical with the weapon, but nauseate the outsider for 1d3 rounds. I don't think Faye is an outsider. Sure, we'll keep the healing ones. Dimension door. That could be useful. We'll hold on to that. Scroll of Disintegrate is pretty good. We'll hold on to that. Displacements. Oh, I should look at who can actually use it. Tristan Lindsay. It doesn't say who's this spell's available to. So I'm going to assume anyone can use it. Displacement's handy, but not those two guys. Divine Favor. Plus 1 luck bonus to attack and weapon damage for every 3 caster levels. It's only caster level 1. That's not great. This is your speed by 30. Nah. Greater invisibility, sure. Scroll of harm, nah. Scroll of haste, yeah, okay. Scroll of heal, yeah. Heal mass, yeah. Holy crap, we got so many spells. Or scrolls, I should say. World of Rage. Ray's dead? Yeah. Sure, we'll hold on to that. Man, at 500 pounds and stuff. Damn, that stuff adds up. Okay, we are still slightly overweighted because of potions. I think I'm okay with that. Alright, let's rest to get Lindsay healed up. And then I think we'll skip a day and kind of deal with kingdom stuff before we head out to do the next thing. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks left of stuff to do. Alright, let's save it and see what happens. The first world is imposing its own rules upon the very fabric of Orion. That's not too bad. The Fae are confusing the region's people. The Fae are assaulting their... Oh, it's for each thing. Okay, that's gonna start adding up. Failure. Queen Sylvania placed no faith in the advisor's intention. She feared that we stole these lands would only become a new prison for her and her son, made haste to leave the stolen lands. During their short stay, many of the locals were inspired by the story of her struggle and left their homes to join the ranks of Artun's legitimate ruler. Let's do Lindsay first. Gonna take 9 days, huh? Sure. Success, and we're -3? The most powerful mages and clerics in the kingdom have gathered together to halt the incursion of the First World. So far, they barely held the chaos of the First World at bay. Okay, this is gonna get gnarly. to discuss important matters. Visitor awaits. Another problem. Okay, I think for fun, because we did save it, and the stats are going to get trashed, we're just going to try ranking people up. Johad is divine. Sure. Triumph. Curator is busy. How are you busy? We didn't send you to do anything. Our divine is a lot higher than our relations, yet our divine is higher. I think it, yeah, it just auto selects people. I guess. One, two, three, 4 more weeks. But I can't actually do anything. Because we just need 3 more trainings. But there's no more rank up. Okay, I'm gonna Google this real quick. Pathfinder Kingmaker plus Relations level 10. Kingdom Rank Ups Guide. Artisans, I don't care. I just want to know what I need to get to level 5. Relation stats. Kingdom information. Because that's the only thing I can think of, is that maybe my points aren't high enough. Full list of these ranked up events and their leader influencing choices. I don't care about the leader. What to do to get Relations Kingdom stats? So we only need 3 more weeks. Nope. I need 20 points for each one. 180 allows rank 10. So I should... Well, maybe not in stability. Damn it. Okay, well, then we won't worry about it. I think I need like 20 points to like up a stat or something. Let's skip a day. Ah, no, we got 2 days. Nah, screw it. Kind of done with the kingdom stuff. Alright, let's save it. Because we are... Okay, hang on. We can delete damage over time spells. Or spell setting. Yeah, we're leaving on an adventure. And I need a 2-minute break to grab some water. And when I come back, we'll figure out what adventure we're going to do. Because I think we're going to try to clean up on side quests. I will be back in 2 minutes, guys. I'm back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Okay, so that's the story. We have finished that. Reach rank 10 in all of your kingdom stats. That doesn't seem to be going to happen. Okay, find an emerald necklace. Emerald necklace. Okay, He would ask you to bring him an emerald necklace. It can be acquired from 1. The Wildlands DLC, Wildcards DLC task. A task for the Sweet Teeth. The objective to weed gnarl marshes. I don't know if that finished. I think we interrupted that. When we did Kenra's companion quest. I think they were doing it, and then we interrupted them. But in case we did, let's look to see if maybe I sold it before we got this quest and didn't realize I needed it. Not weapons, accessories possibly. Articio's presence. Plus 8 bonus to Constitution. That's pretty big. Why did we get rid of that? Yes, that wasn't worth the switch. I wish I could do a search. Look for emerald. Emerald necklace! Oh, we got 3 of them! Sold! I was totally expecting it to be like a bigger emerald in the picture. Cool, okay. Kimo's sweetheart finally agreed to go on a date with them. North Gnarl Marshes.
The path is clear.
Save it before going in, just in case something happens. So on here, yeah, there's 3 places where we can find it. So I guess I got all 3 and then sold it without really realizing what was going on. Must have been before we had the quest. Take a look. Is this necklace any good? Kimo looks dumbfounded. How pretty! A happy, dreamy smile blooms on the elf's face. The next moment, however, his eyes widen, huge beads of sweat cover his forehead. Then I should go. Kimo gulps and gives you a weary sideways look. Thanks, me. You've done me a great service. I already know how I shall repay you. I'll make you a bow. The best bow in the world. But now I must go. Kimo exhales decisively and slowly walks away. I can't imagine what our hapless friend is going to do on a date. Wait, news from Kimo. Okay, so we're done that because we're not going to be going back to the kingdom and waiting for stuff. The attacks in our kingdom have arrived. Did we win? We'll wait for news to arrive. Kind of weird that hasn't happened yet. We're not going to do the magic prison. And then the Ravenous Queen, I don't think we're going to bother. So I think we're just going to start exploring that last area. Because I assume that's where the portal is. Teleport to Pitax. And we'll save it here as we're leaving on an adventure. I don't really want to do random encounters. The Weeping Grove. Although very few of them remain today in Thousand Voices, the legendary trees that weep are one of the more frequently whispered rumors about this dense woodland. Said to possess twisted human faces and a proclivity to weep tears of pure fear, these rumors were inspired by ancient towering quickwoods, carnivorous and intelligent plants which once grew throughout the region. Carnivorous. I think I said that wrong. Alright. Let's have a look.
Tread lightly.
Level 29.
I am ready. Give the order. To victory!
Oh, there are multiple of you.
Serves you right.
Pre-combat, forgot.
Tear them apart!
Cool. So again, I don't get a turn. That was a lot of damage. Whoa, what the hell?
Let us strike as one!
A solid plan. They go down! Look at me, Gorum!
You're raging? News to me. Oh, I didn't... Forgot to reset my spells when we rested.
Any last wishes?
Taste my fury.
Do not falter!
Forwards! My skills exceed yours.
Cool, natural 1 on that last hit that we needed.
This is where I step in. I'm writing you out of our story.
Is there another one here? Oh my god. So many guys, what the fuck? Oh my god, how many fucking guys are there? This is getting a little nuts, guys.
Onwards!
I like how now it's a 15 to hit. It was a 15 the first time, then it was a 20, now it's a 15 again.
Aim carefully.
The game is literally just making up numbers now. Cool. It was Lindsay's turn next, but alright.
Serves you right.
This is overkill, but why not?
Stay behind me!
Attack! You are outmatched.
You deserved it.
Okay, not what I meant to do, but alright. I wanted to move 5 whole feet.
Let us strike as one.
A solid plan.
Mm-hmm.
Any last wishes? For the legend.
That wasn't too bad, but it was a little rough.
This is going to hurt.
I feel like that fight gave us just as much XP as the spawn of Rovagug guy.
I'm listening.
Why do you have only 8 channels and not 10? Weird. Black Dragon Breastplate. Plus 5 breastplate grants its wearer acid resistance 20. It can be used by druids. Slightly better, but it protects her from critical hits and sneak attacks. Whenever such a hit scored on the wielder with a 50% chance, it is negated. Okay, I think yours is better. And the attack only deals normal damage. So that halves the chance on a crit and a sneak attack. I think that is worth 1 AC.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
I feel tired.
We should gather our strength.
No, I don't want to do random encounters. I just want to explore, kind of find the last area, and then call it a night.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
May we have a moment of respite?
I feel tired.
We should gather our strength.
Forest
I'm
Ballroom.
hungry. When we stop.
Wild nature is simultaneously beautiful and dangerous, and this glade in the heart of the Thousand Voices forest proves it. Some travelers swear to have seen graceful young women dancing in the moonlight among the trees and flowers, disappearing when strangers approach them.
Why don't we set up camp?
I'll go ahead.
To victory!
He was right in front! Nicholas Satar Bowman.
Serves you right.
I do like how we were surprised, and yet we get the surprise round.
A solid plan.
Taste my fury.
Tear them apart!
Damn. Oh, hello. Hello. All kinds of problems happening here.
Forwards!
Yeah.
They go down!
Let us strike as one!
You deserved it.
Concealment? What? Oh, that's not good.
Aim carefully.
Guy's got a lot of freaking health. Okay, this is not good. Cool! One person took damage out of everyone.
Do not fall back!
last wishes?
Cool, natural one.
Sister, protect me.
How does everyone get like fast healing? How are you getting sneak attack?
Attack! A solid plan.
Cool.
Bring it!
What the fuck? 41 AC. 10 heal. What is this bullshit?
Onwards! Stay behind me!
This is where I step in.
And of course, Lindsay only attacked once. Again, how are you getting sneak attack?
Forward!
Would love to know that.
Succeed yours.
Let us strike as one! Ha!
Serves you right.
Sure. Why wouldn't we roll a natural one?
I'm hungry. When we stop.
I'll go ahead.
I shall end this suffering.
Serves you right.
Really like how you can cast a spell while you're invisible and you're still invisible.
Tear them apart!
And you're not going to attack? Cool, game. Cool.
Let us strike as one!
You deserved it.
Uh-huh.
A solid plan.
They go down!
Taste my fury.
Do not falter! Ah!
Any last wishes?
Forwards! Aim carefully.
This is going to hurt.
Good damage.
Onwards!
This is where I step in.
Attack!
Fuck
Have a moment of
off!
respite.
That was another natural one. I'm gonna lose my shit on this fight.
I shall end this suffering.
A solid plan.
Serves you right.
Taste my fury.
Tear them apart! Let us strike as one!
Forwards!
Me Gorum!
You deserved it.
Oh, that wasn't the guy.
They go down!
Do not falter! Training pays off! Ah!
Aim carefully.
Any last wishes?
Fuck off!
I shall end this suffering.
Let us strike as one!
Yes.
This is pre-combat.
Tear them apart!
Do not falter! Ah!
A solid plan.
Serves you right.
That was good damage.
They go down!
Okay.
Onwards!
Love how he gets sneak attack somehow.
Forwards!
You deserved it.
Ooh, natural one.
Taste.
Overkill, but at least she's dead.
Hey!
Stay behind me!
Aim carefully.
Any last wishes?
Oh, come on, Lindsay.
Bring it! Tear them apart!
My skills exceed yours.
Let us strike as one!
Good damage.
Attack!
This is where I step in.
Cool.
This is going to hurt.
They go down!
Do not falter!
A solid plan.
Serves you right.
And boom goes the dynamite. Oh, fuck off. There's so many natural ones in this fight. That was like the fourth one. No exit on this side. Ah.
I feel tired.
Okay. We'll rest when everyone is exhausted. Hooray! Don't want to do random encounters.
We should gather our strength.
Castle of Knives. Sounds lovely.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Why don't we set up camp?
Hooray! Save before going in, because if it's not combat, oh, we're gonna have to.
I feel tired.
We have to rest because of Lindsay.
Your sword is so amazing. I could never have imagined someone wielding such a huge blade.
Right? I took it from a frost giant as a trophy. I slaughtered so many of them giants with it. Now when they hear my name, they shit their pants.
Alright, now we save before we go in. The Castle of Knives is a little more than a crumbled ruin today. In its glory days, it was likely a marvelous structure with numerous sharp towers, somewhat resembling castles built by 11 architects. This looks like a decent sized map.
The path is clear.
Command me.
You deserved it.
Really? Still alive? Do you just auto rage, or what is going on?
Bring it! Tear them apart!
Cool. So, you know, just stop moving there immediately. Why not?
Any last wishes?
Burn. Onward.
Cool. Loving the number of natural ones popping up tonight. At least this isn't a super hard fight, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Forwards!
Still aggravating, though.
They go down!
Another natural one!
This is where I step in.
And a 2 and a 3. That is super.
Flames take you.
Don't have the patience for this so-called random rolls.
Stay behind me.
Aim carefully.
Yeah, so you just have like auto rage.
Please, do tell. I am your shield.
Running won't help you!
Attack!
Serves you right.
What's with the didgeridoo in the music? It is so random and awesome.
Bring it!
A solid plan.
You deserved it.
Sure.
Let us strike as one.
Holy crap, another one. You guys are coming out of the weeds, literally. That's not a lot of damage.
Tear them apart! You are outmatched. No contest.
And the music stopped.
Any last wishes?
Do not falter!
Of course it rolled a 20. Wow.
They go down!
I'm just gonna walk by.
What's that?
Really wish I could see what your perception was. I have zero idea what you found. Cool. I don't have patience for this stuff. A satyr and a nymph are watching a dark-skinned elf whose arms are dancing, gracefully making magical gestures in a sort of ritual. Noticing you, she stops her ceremonial dance and greets you with a light bow, respectful and dignified. You are me, Warrior King, the first to bring peace to the Stolen Lands. I sought a meeting with you, and fate has allowed our paths to cross. My name is Kamala. Who are you? Kamala the Phoenix from the Surmagan Order, humble follower of the wise way of Teacher Avalo. The Surmagan Order is relatively unknown, but you've heard stories. They are followers of good and order, whose teacher Avalo, a native of Jalmari, preaches complete non-violence. Why were you looking for me? Mysterious and sinister events are happening in your lands. The border between worlds grows thin, and someone's hand reaches through it, plotting the deaths of you and your subjects. My brothers and sisters from the Suraman Order have come to help you stand firm against this unknown enemy, if you desire our help, and if you pass our trials and prove you are worthy. What are you doing with these Fae? They were brought into this world unwillingly, and their mischievous temper could mean a lot of trouble for the local people. The border between worlds here is thin and feeble, like the worn-out cloth of a monk's frock. I have charmed them to sit still for a bit, while I prepare to send them home. Tell me about your order. Teacher Avlo founded our order to help people who walk the path of good remain steadfast, and to give those who lost their way a place to come back to. The backbone of our philosophy is non-violence. This doesn't mean we're helpless, but we believe there is a future when no one in our world will wish to take up weapons against their neighbor. What? A whole world without fights? Then what would we do? Just lie around and get fat? I'd like to see you try teaching beasts and monsters to be peaceful, and how the peace lovers who follow you would handle them. I am not familiar with these teachings, but they sound very similar to Serene's faith. It is amazing, but I think this is someone who surpasses us in peacefulness. What does this trial consist of? The heart of the way is practice, the ability to subdue anger, negotiate without threat, to quell a conflict before a spark becomes a fire. I imagine the king must be familiar with such things. With your permission, I'd like to test you, here and now. Look at these Fae. I charmed them so they wouldn't interfere while I open a portal to their native world. I will release them now. To pass the trial, you must convince the Fae to remain still, while I prepare to send them home. Try to do this without threatening them, and don't let them charm you. Okay. I agree to undergo your trial. Fine, let's begin. Camilla lifts the spell from the Fae with a graceful gesture, and starts casting another spell to send them home. The nymph and the satyr look at you mischievously. Some prank is obviously brewing in their heads. I think she said specifically don't intimidate them. Tell me, who are you and what are you doing here? I am Myrene, and this is Kinesis. And we're bored. Yes, frightfully bored. Everywhere else it's changing, flickering, like this and that. But here it's always the same, all the time. The trees don't walk, the mountains don't fly, and you're such fools. Haha. Everything's so strange here. How do you live here at all? We've been sitting here for 100 million years. We're so bored. Let's go for a walk. We'll show you something wonderful. You'll love it. And you'll be rich. You mortals love treasure, right? There you go. There's plenty of treasure around here. But without us, you'll never find it your whole life. I'd rather hear about your adventures. Oh, we've had such adventures. You have no idea. Beyond your wildest dreams. For instance, once we had manticore races. Another time we met the Lantern King himself. He gave us a copper coin, half a pie, and a silk stocking. And one time, some hunters wandered into us. We danced with them, and we danced until we dropped. Oh, but then we got up, and for some reason they didn't. That's it. It's time for you to go home. No, we've only just arrived. We aren't going anywhere. The satyr takes out a pan flute and starts playing. Succeed at a will check. You feel drowsy for a moment, as the spell effects quickly clear. Realizing the spell didn't work, the satyr hides his flute. Alright, we should probably go. There's no place like home. Go. Safe travels. Secrets of Suramengen. Our lands were visited by some odd guests. Monks of the mysterious order who preach fighting evil through complete forbearance from violence. They wish to help us, but first they must be sure our king is deserving of their aid. Each of the order's masters have prepared a test for them, and I bet they won't be easy. I hope the reward is worth the trouble. Each of the order's masters? So there's multiple tests? Camilla the Phoenix is casting a spell to open the portal to the first world and return a couple of fairies to their homeland. Meanwhile, we're supposed to persuade them peacefully, without violence or threats, to sit calmly for a while. Fairies? Sit calmly? Has that ever been known to happen? Congratulations, you have passed my trial. Your will is strong, and it cannot be broken by spells or by the most frightful enemy, the bloodthirsty beast that lurks inside each of us. I invite you to meet the other masters of the order and pass their trials. Don't be afraid of failure. No one in this world is perfect, but we must be sure that those we help are worthy. Set off to the Temple of the Elk. Brother Visca the Unicorn is waiting for you there for your next trial. Oh, so it's not all in this one area? I don't want to do more side quests. I just want to finish the game. Tell me about your order. Do we not do this already? Unlike many monastic orders, we do not teach martial arts. The secrets we share are meant for sowing peace and accord, not destruction. You will learn more from my brothers and sisters when you find them. Camilla the Phoenix. This name doesn't sound elven. When I passed all the trials and joined the order, The teacher gave me a new name in the language of his homeland, as is his way. Kamala means lotus, a flower that grows from swamp mud, but glows with immaculate whiteness. It is a symbol that speaks for itself. As for Phoenix, that's something like a title. It refers to those who have burnt away their primitive instincts and revive pure force of will from their ashes. Before I walked the wise way, I did much harm and many stupid things, where I was controlled by the animal inside me. Now that it has no power over me, I follow the path of law and good, as shown by my teacher. It is naive to believe that a ruler of such savage lands could be a pacifist. We do not ask that you make the same vow of non-violence that we have. There is much evil in the world, and alas, in this age of fire and steel, he who puts down his weapon often becomes food for monsters. Still, we try to help those who do lesser harm. None of us will live to see a peaceful Galarian, but we all do our parts to make it possible. It is hard and thankless job you're doing, but I'm glad the world has the likes of you in it. There are more of us than you think. Everyone who tries to do good sometimes feels like a tiny, lonely ship in a storm of pain, violence, and evil. One of our main goals is to unify the vision of all those whose goodwill is strong, that they may act together. What do you know about the power behind portals? We will share our knowledge with you when you prove you are worthy of our help. Oh, is this going to be one of those, we have like 3 different ways to like find a portal to the first world, and this is just one of like 3 or 4? I have to go. So long, Your Highness. May your way be wise. Oh, well, good thing we didn't need to talk to you anymore. The next trial will be held by Visca the Unicorn. He's waiting for us near the Temple of the Elk.
Tread lightly.
Save it. We'll do this to get the XP and then come back to it.
Done.
Or not, if it's a dead end. 960 XP.
Applause, please.
1400 XP.
I wrote it like I saw it.
And balls. 45 DC. And we have only a 27 modifier. Good God.
Completed.
You should take a look.
Oh, that was some decent XP though. Oh, it's a monkey. I thought that was like some kind of monster and it wasn't highlighting for some reason. Uh-oh. You grave-rotten imbecile. You broke it. Really, Curly Witch? You seek aid from these pathetic creatures? Don't try your mind games on me, Wormface. I know you're one of the minions. We did nothing of the sort, Crone. You've destroyed our property with your ignorance of magic. Ignorance? I'll show you ignorance. You already do, Jade. Whoa! I'll boil you magnets. I'll impale every wriggling piece of you on thorns. We will enjoy letting our worms crawl through your skull. I don't like the fact that these guys are hostile. The first crown is mine. Narissa gave it to me. Hello, children. See you yesterday. Meet the legendary Eldest of Time 3 times, or rather 3 something. The figure before you wears gray robes, yet the body beneath him flickers, changing age, gender, and race. One moment an ancient elven man, the next a young human woman, then a tattooed dwarf, and so on. They raise an eyebrow. Well, did you get it for us? This isn't the first time we've met, but I'm still curious. Who are you? Our name is Shaika, though some call us Many. We are of the Eldest, the Fey gods of the First World. We embody that which you think of as time, entropy, and reincarnation. Shaika the Many is one of the Eldest, a divine Fey creature of tremendous power said to be able to reshape the very fabric of the First World on a whim. Shaika could be considered a title or a role, for many entities, both male and female, have borne this name over the ages. All have been chronomancers with mastery over time. Time acts strangely within the First World, but Shaika seems to be able to manipulate it. Indeed, his or her many forms and personalities over time, past and future, have sit well within Shaika together, out of time, as they all seem to speak with the same voice. Why does your face shift like that? My, you're a bold one, aren't you? Our form changes because there have been many Shaikas, and will be many more. Long ago, we decided to live interspaced rather than sequentially, so that we could each experience all of eternity. It's far more interesting that way. What does an eldest want with me? What does every god want, child? Quick and obedient service, with a minimum of annoying questions. You mortals often leave something to be desired in that respect, but we hope you'll prove us wrong. Does Narissa know you're here? No, and trust us when we say that you'll find it better for all involved if you keep it that way. A pleasure to meet you. We assure you, the pleasure is ours. Who are those two? The Gnurly Witch and the Wiggling Man are Narissa's chief advisors. The Witch is a priestess of the Hag goddess, twisting plants to her whim. The Wiggling Man is a mortal wizard who sought undeath as a swarm of grave worms. They're Narissa's most powerful allies, and they absolutely despise each other. Recently, they've been battling over the first crown. That was fun. I was even hoping for an encore. Why can't it always be like that? Our enemies fight each other, and we get to watch them and clap. Why do they hate each other? A creature like Narissa has no true friends, but she rewards her allies well. Both the Gnurly Witch and the Wiggling Man seek to be her right hand, ruling her so-called kingdom by her side. Neither of them are a sharing sort. Did you say he's made of worms? It's amazing the lengths you immortals will go to avoid death. Honestly, the whole mortality business seems like a hassle. We're glad the First World doesn't bother. What's the first crown? A magical bauble, the enchanted crown of the first king whose kingdom Narissa destroyed. She gave it to the Gnurly Witch as a token of her regard. But now that the Wiggling Man is the nymph's current favorite, he feels it rightfully belongs to him. They've been fighting over it for weeks. What's the first crown? A magical bauble, the enchanted... and we just read that. Where can I find it? In the course of their fighting, the Gnurly Witch and the Wiggling Man accidentally broke the crown into 3 pieces. A magical backlash teleporting each piece somewhere within this forest. If we knew exactly where, we wouldn't need you to search for them, would we? What's in it for me? You're after the self-styled nymph queen, yes? While we won't punish her directly, Narissa's recent overreach annoys me. Bring us the crown and we promise you an easier time overthrowing her. Why do you want it? A good rule for surviving the First World is to never ask a Fey Lord why. Honestly, most mortals are overjoyed to get a divine quest. Let's just say that the crown has a potential to make a significant ripples in this timeline, and we like to guide them in a positive direction. We could get it ourselves, of course, but there are... Shaika waves vaguely. Politics. More games of the gods and those who fancy themselves gods. So tiresome. I'll do it. Excellent. We'll be here when you return. Get what for you? Oh, that's right. You don't know about that yet, do you? Honestly, we don't know how you people can handle only moving one way through time. But that's besides the point. We need you to retrieve the first crown for us. Enough about that for now. Shaika shrugs. Now is a matter of perspective. Tell me what you want from me. And same thing. Who are the gnarly witch and the wiggling man again? And we have seen that. I see. I think we're done here. We'll meet again. Or rather, we already have. Oh, so they stopped fighting.
I've spotted something. Let us be careful.
To victory!
What? Oh. Tricky little bastards. Oh, okay, this is a big area.
Forwards!
Oh, I don't like that. I can't see them.
Onward!
Oh, natural one again.
Taste my fury.
Really? Too far away?
Aim carefully.
This is where I step in.
Dawnflower, grant me strength.
Okay, getting really tired of this.
Stay behind me!
This is going to hurt.
Bring it!
Attack!
Serves you right.
Let us strike as one! Justice!
Burn.
Yeesh. Just gonna walk this way. In a clearing ahead, Sadar curses and hacks angrily at a stone pillar, trying to chip free a piece of crown embedded incredulously in its surface. Around him, massive purple worms roll and breach in the churned earth. He turns your direction. What? Who are you? No, wait, I don't care. Just get lost. Use detect magic. There are plenty of lingering traces of magic from the battle between the wriggling man and the gnarly witch. However, the piece of the first crown shines brighter than any of them. It's obvious that the first crown is a remarkable and mysterious magical item. What are you doing? None of your business. Now get moving before I sick the worms on you. $45. Need some help? And have you steal my glory? Not a chance. The wiggling man will make me his chief huntsman after this. He glares at you suspiciously. The gnarly witch says she needs you. I'll handle it from here. Failed. Rolled a 3, of course. The Sadar looks at you incredulously. You think I work for that skin bag? I'd sooner cut off my horns. But you apparently lack my exquisite judge of character. Worms! Attack them! Oh, there's a lot of them.
You deserved it.
Tear them apart!
That's not good.
A solid plan.
Flames take you.
Do not falter! Onwards!
Cool. Cool. Just not gonna get an attack or move. That's sweet.
Forwards!
Cool, natural one.
Taste my fury.
What just happened? Did she get eaten?
They go down!
Holy crap, how many of these things are there?
Aim carefully.
Stay behind me!
Any last wishes?
Okay, this is getting old. Cool. What concealment? What the hell? What concealment? All 5 attacks missed because of it? What?
Attack!
Cool, natural 1, and we needed that hit.
Bring it!
What the fuck? 9 out of 10 attacks missed because of concealment.
A solid plan. Tear them apart! They go down!
We're up to 13 out of 15 attacks missed because of concealment. This is bullshit. What concealment? I'm getting sick and tired of this game not showing me all the effects and conditions. Obviously, he has some kind of concealment, even though it's not listed. So that's really great. It's nice to know that I can actually plan my attacks based on complete information.
This is going to hurt.
God, and it has some kind of like, I don't know, uber concealment or something for 13 out of 15 attacks to miss. Like, this is ridiculous.
Well,
Oh, do we even have...
How may I help?
Oh, this is a waste, but I didn't reset my spells. First crown fragment. This fritted piece of silvery metal used to be part of a florid crown adorned with emeralds and a leaf and vine motif. The pillar where the crown piece was embedded.
Let us strike as one!
I am ready.
Down, better ones.
This is where I step in.
Nice. Why can you move so far? Where? Hey, oh, from the last fight?
Serves you right.
Damn. Oh, nice. Of course, there's at least one more. Damn. Okay, there's a bunch more still. You guys pop out now?
Burn.
Aim carefully.
You deserved it.
Bring it.
Oh, we're doing this bullshit again, are we? Fuck you, game. Jesus.
Do not falter!
Like, nobody else seems to... Is Amari blind? Is that what's happening? She's blind. Okay, that's where the concealment's coming from. Still doesn't explain how she's missing so much. But at least that explains the concealment. Because I was going to say, she seems to be the only one that has it. Or whenever she attacks. There's no way blindness is a 50% chance to miss. It's like freaking 80.
Flames take you.
is clear. I'll go ahead.
I'm glad you called. Enjoy your final moments.
Stay behind me!
Any last wishes?
Actual one. This isn't free combat. You should have your movement. Oh my god, this game is driving me nuts. There's no reason why she shouldn't have been able to attack that round.
A solid
She had her movement and her standard action. So I should have been able to charge and attack. I have no patience with this game. I'm sure there's got to be an explanation. I just not seeing it. And I don't have the patience to like go
Let us
looking for
strike
it.
as one!
Natural one.
This is where I step in.
Taste my fury.
forwards!
This is a big freaking map. Okay, we have not saved it in a while. You there! Help me with this thing! Just ahead, a man in the dark robes of a Farzminian priest battles an enormous spiked beast. While he's holding his own with magic and a sword with a melted-looking hilt, the snarling beast has him cornered. Suddenly he catches sight of you. You there! Help me with this thing! Who are you? My name's Salim. You'll excuse me if we forego the formal introductions until I'm not fighting for my life. Why would he turn around and attack me when he had the other guy cornered? Level 16 dragon. I don't think this is going to be super hard, but let's not take the chance. $42. Ouch.
Do not falter!
This is going to hurt.
Oh, immune to fire. Oh, that was so much damage, too. That hurts. That hurts a lot.
Aim carefully. My skills exceed yours.
Serves you right.
Of course you're going for Amari.
Onwards!
hit him and did some decent damage.
Attack!
Just letting the ink dry.
What you want?
Okay, seriously. I sold so many things. I don't think I have... Yeah, I think we sold the remove blindness scroll. Damn it. I knew that was going to happen. I was going to need one of those scrolls I was going to sell. Oh.
Stay behind me. Training pays off.
I'm confused. It's Kenra's turn. Why does it say we're going to attack 4 times?
Burn.
Fuck off, gang! Jesus! I am so sick of this shit tonight. Started the stream with not a whole lot of patience, and this game has just drained the rest of it.
A solid plan.
Why am I doing so little damage? It's half.
Bring it.
This is not 50% chance to miss. This game. Sure.
Last chapter.
You know what? Actually, we'll see where we are. Just out of curiosity, I'm done for the night. I have no patience for this game. Okay, so we saved it. Oh, this was before the... Damn it. I didn't think I saved it before that fight. Oh, we are 2 fights behind.
I am your shield.
I'll go ahead.
Okay, save it, and then, yeah, I guess we'll have to redo those last 2 fights. That's my fault, I didn't save... I assumed I was going to be able to see the next fight, and then I could save it, but... I guess not. Alright, sorry guys, that was... Surprisingly, I figured I was going to get mad at the game tonight, but I figured it was going to be while we fight the spawn of Rovagug, which actually went surprisingly well. And then on a normal fight is when I lost my shit. So, I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. I know that's not really super fun to watch, but... I mean, how else can I react when 13 of 15 attacks miss, and the other 2 missed because of, like, rolling a 3? But, anyway. I may or may not do a bonus stream on Friday. I have Friday off. We'll have to see how it goes, because we are getting close to this end of this game. So I kind of want to do a bonus double stream on Friday to see if we can maybe finish it, or get close to finishing it. Well, I finish the story, because I still want to do the Varnhold DLC after, but But I think if I do a double stream on Friday, I don't think I'm going to quite finish it. So we'll see how I feel. If I feel like playing this, or if I want to take a break and do something else, or play something else offline, or whatever. But that's just a possibility, just so you guys are aware. Thank you so much for playing with me. I appreciate it. And I will see you next time.